Guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. Last week we dropped a video on the Fatwood series, and behind that came hundreds of emails asking me to go ahead and start a fire using Fatwood for those that are beginners. So that's what I'm here for today, so hang tight. Be right back. Welcome back. Now, if you remember right, one of the things that I said that you want to make sure that you do is that you prepare it down. So the first step is you identify, make sure that you're pulling the right material out of the forest. So here in this area, white pine is our big deal. And then once you do that, then you harvest it. And once you harvest it, you process it. And then before you can use it, you got to prep it. And my thing is that a lot of people, they'll go to the third step, but they'll wait till they get out in the woods to actually prepare it for use to this size. And my thing is why wait when you can do it ahead of time? Because right now, this morning, it is about 29 degrees. You can see maybe the snow is starting to fall. This is November the 12th, right? And you know, this can be typical weather for us, but it's cold. And what happens when it gets cold? You know, you're needing to make an emergency fire. Your hands get cold, your dexterity falls out, your cognitive thinking slows down. So you take as much air out of building a survival fire as you can. And if you will process your Fatwood first, you know, that's where I'm at. You know, that's what I teach everybody. Now, we're going to just go ahead and do this real quick here. We got some nice tinder here. This is a fire elevator that you'll be able to see here. This will help you get your fire going by introducing some oxygen here. We've got some pine needles in here, and I got a couple pine cones to go along with the mix here. So what I'll do now, you know, this is the Uberleben hexagonal ferro rod. And you notice it has a lanyard on it, it's got a striker on it. This came in the battle box, mission number 93, and I thought it was a great ad for that. It's because it's a part of the basic box. $34.99 is where you get in at, and these cost $32.99. And these are the bomb. But the next time you'll see this, it won't have this lanyard on here, but what it'll have a deer antler here, because that's what I like to do, is I epoxy those on and then pin them because there's a hole here. It gives me a lot more room to be able to grab onto. All right, so first step is that I'm going to go ahead and get me some shavings off of this piece of Fatwood. And all you do is get that down in there. Get a nice little pile of those going. You can see that red wood, that is full of resin. Saw a nice deer coming in. It's deer season right now here in Illinois. All right, then I'm going to try to go ahead and get some smooth ones going there. Get all this together. This isn't smell-o-vision, so you can't really smell what's going on here, but it's like pine saw. Okay, I think we got enough here. Alright. I'm going to just anchor my right hand and I'm going to pull. There it is. Oops. My bad. That's what Fatwood does for you. Now, if you wait and try to process and your hands are cold and all that, you can end up cutting yourself very, very badly. Don't ever lay this down. You know what I teach you about your knife having an orange lanyard on it? Do the same thing with a ferro rod, because your life might depend on that. All right, this is where the fire elevator comes in. It introduces oxygen to the bottom of your fire. You got 3 elements to your fire triangle: fuel, ignition source, and oxygen. Without those, you won't have a successful fire. That's almost punk wood. A lot of moisture in this wood, that's why you're getting all that smoke. Alright, now we'll just go ahead and lift this up. Get some more oxygen in there. Alright, so there you have it, guys. This all started with this one small piece of Fatwood. And one of the things that I did mention in the last video is that you don't need a lot of this. So when you go out, I'm standing right now, I'm kneeling here in a large stand of white pine. There's a bunch on the ground. I've already showed you what you can do with it, but you don't need a lot. This stick right here would probably last me, I don't know, there's probably 50 fires in here, and if you use the second fire mentality, you're not ever gonna lose out, so that's it on Fatwood. It's not rocket science. It's pretty easy. The hardest thing to learn is to identify it, and then have the mentality of having this all prepped and ready to go. I'm gonna start on fire if I don't move. So thanks for watching. You guys ride free and live free.